Hi, my name's Elizabeth.
Hey, my name's Ugo.
Yeah, how you doing? I'm Peter.
Now, welcome to another episode of Youthful Vibes, where we bring fun and enlightenment to the journey of youth.
And today we have Peter with us. We're on this stretch where we're going to be talking about money and more money and just different aspects of it. It's going to be a learning journey for us as well as hopefully a fun experience for everybody else too who's watching and learning. And today we want to talk about stocks, particularly the approach to stocks that would allow anybody without having a lot of money to participate. So penny stocks, to be exact. Peter is somewhat of a whiz when it comes to penny stocks. So he will do most of the talking. We have some questions that we gathered before now that we're going to ask him just to steer the conversation, but he'll do most, if not all, of the talking. And for everyone who's live with us, this is a very small and intimate session. So everyone who has a question, please feel free to put it in the chat, and we'll read them out to Peter and just see how the dialogue goes.
Sounds great. Let's get started.
Let's get started. Oh, and before we get started, subscribe.
And buy our new book, Package for Success.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Peter, let's go. So from your perspective, since you're the penny stocks whiz, would you talk us through real quick what are penny stocks and why is it something that we should be looking into as not just as young people, but just people who are trying to get into the investment realm, stock market investment?
Well, penny stocks are, they refer to like small company shares that are typically like below the $5 range. So like anybody can really get into penny stocks. I mean, it sounds easy, but at the same time, it's very risky. Like all stocks are risky.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing you should know about penny stocks is like they're much riskier than regular stocks. Mainly because you're buying like tiny amounts of a stock with so much money. So,
which is what? The last part of what you said cut off.
Oh, so you're buying such little stocks with so much money. It's already low. So unless you do like I tell everybody to do unless you do your research, it could drop lower and you could lose money, or you could be lucky and it goes all the way up and you make over 150% profit.
Yeah. So when you say luck, there's a certain element of probability that's built into it. So the first thing I want to say is this in no way is financial advice. We're not financial advisors, and this is not from a legal perspective. We're not giving you official financial advice. This is just us speaking from our experiences. And of course, there's always an element of risk that has to do with investing in general. But there's got to be some methodology as well. I mean, you wouldn't be as good as you are, Peter, if there's no methodology behind it, right? So hopefully we can talk about some of those. But to begin with, could you tell us how it works? Just give us a quick lowdown of how it works in terms of penny stocks and where can you find them?
How it works. So penny stocks are like regular stocks. You can go on any of your regular, stock websites, Charles Schwab's, Robinhood, Webull, and things like that. Penny stocks usually range from, I would like to say penny in quotations, usually go from like $10 and down. I would start, $10.
So officially it's between $3 and $5, but you, from your perspective, you look at from 10 and below.
I start from 10 and below because who doesn't have $10? So with penny stocks, you just let's say you buy a stock, for example. I'll use myself for an example. Okay. I bought a stock Fubo TV. I think the sign for it is FUBO. This actually came out of nowhere. It started in November, in the mid-November at like a couple of, it started off at $6, $7, and it's now at $28.
Nice.
So,
I was just about to say, my sister and I were just talking about Fubu TV, and so she was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna subscribe," because she wants to watch Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer.
See, and things like that make you money in the stock world. So that's That's honestly what penny stock is in a nutshell. It's you go in, you buy something for 72 cents. You buy 100, 100 shares is probably like maybe like 50, 60 bucks. Now that 0.7 cents can go up to like maybe 8 cents, 9 cents, or $1. That's your profit. You can't, you shouldn't expect, oh, you buy a stock for 7 cents and it's gonna go up to $10. That rarely, if ever, happens.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are some events that could trigger that rise? So the way I look at it, and based on what you're saying, and I want us to get into the nitty-gritties. I want us to get practical here, so we're not just talking a theory. So if you don't mind, in a little bit, I want to ask you to share your screen and kind of walk us through how to find those stocks and all those things. But to begin with, for the beginners out there, and for people who have not traded before, right? Are there some events that could happen that would spike the stock prices? And is this just a sheer volume play? So instead of you buying Amazon stocks for like $2,000-$3,000, you buy 1 million shares of a smaller digit, of a smaller priced stock that with a company that has potential. And then when the company goes big or it gets acquired or something happens, then your little investment blows up because you have so many. Like your volume is high. How does that work? Would you mind talking us through that?
Honestly, it works as the small company, with the I guess the penny stock, the small company with like the 0.7, that's in a sense word of mouth. You research. I always say everybody do their research. You look into what it is that you're gonna buy first. You see. Because the day of like they release, oh, we're about to release this product, that stock is going like way up that day, like as soon as they make that announcement. Now it may drop the next day, because you never know. Like we're making a drone, okay, boom, everybody, they're making a drone. It goes up from 7.7 cents to $1. The next day, the drones are falling out the sky, so it's back down to like 3 cents. So it's okay. This is the day I'm gonna sell it. Let me take my wins now, because some people want to be greedy and see, let me see where it's gonna go in 3 to 4 days. It might be something legit and go up, keep going, but you don't want to risk that in penny stocks. Okay, that's the mistake. So
it sounds like it's the kind of thing that you don't buy and hold. You buy, get your gains, and walk away while you still have your gains, right?
Yes, yeah. You don't ever do penny stocks long term. I wouldn't hold a penny stock more than a week if I was to be honest with you.
That's good.
Unless you're doing your research and you see down the line that, oh, they're coming out with something in a month, then okay, like you have your concrete evidence they're coming out with this thing in a month, then you can sit on it and wait.
Okay. Do you think that penny stocks are as affected by economical circumstances and politics as other stocks are?
Yes, definitely. What's going on right now with COVID, most and every company dropped. Some companies went from $7-8 down to a couple of cents. If you were to look at it through the with the graph. But with that, you have to know that they're going to end up coming back. So it's now your choice to decide if you want to buy it as it's down now and hold it, hoping it's going to come back to where it was, or wait till you feel like, okay, this whatever's going on right now, the economy is going down. Let me buy this, and as soon as it comes back up, I'm going to make a profit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was just gonna say, so hubby and I like to listen to this podcast called Snacks Daily. And it's also kind of like one of those Robinhood financial type deals. And I always find it interesting because they do talk a lot about stocks, and they talk a lot about how stocks are going up and down especially recently based off of politics with Joe Biden being the next president and like the people that he's electing into office. And just how the Senate is shaping has also affected how stocks are looking. So, a lot of people were kind of deciding what they were going to do with their stocks based off of who was going to be the next president and based off of where they felt like the economy was going to go, dependent. And it's like the people that he's put into office, especially the financial aspect, people have felt like were people that are really secure and we're going to help boost the economy up. So you've seen some stocks actually skyrocket because of people he's put into cabinet.
And I think Sorry to cut you off. I think the thing that you were saying earlier that really hit home for me, if I'd known these things in college, or if I'd known them actually at the beginning of my career as well, it's the kind of thing that you invest and you learn, but you're not as, because the dollar amount is relatively smaller, your feelings are not super hurt if you got hit and if you lost money, versus if you had bigger amounts in the market and then it crashed or anything went wrong, then your life is kind of ruined. But it's a good avenue for beginner investors or people that want to start investing in the stock market to start messing with stocks, right? So would you mind walking us through, after you say what you were going to say before I cut you off, my bad, would you mind walking us through some practical, like showing us some stuff?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind. What I wanted to say before was word of mouth too can make a stock go like up. That's how people, I guess, build their, like right now, let's say for example, I have a stock that I bought and I see is not like doing a lot. I'm gonna start telling people, oh, they have this coming up, they got this coming up, they got that coming up. People are gonna keep buying it, and once they buy it, the stock is going up. I'm making a profit because I bought it at a low price already. But now that everybody's buying it, it's going up. But nothing's really gonna happen. I'm just talking so everybody's believing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's me making a profit, and like that's literally it. So it could just be word of mouth. Oh, this, and then nothing happens, and everybody just like sells their stock, and then that's really what like plummets. Plummets it. That's really what plummets it. But
okay, so some practicals. So show us, if you, I believe you can share screen, right? Yeah. And the guys who are watching, if you guys would please give us some feedback on whether or not you can see Peter's screen when he shares it.
Okay, can everybody see the screen? Yes, no, maybe.
I think it's going to take a second for it to pull up.
Okay.
Is it showing now?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, there it is.
All right, let's go.
Okay, so this is a stock. It's called well, first of all, this is Robinhood. Robinhood to me like has some restrictions when it comes to penny stocks. Like it would only allow you to do like.
Wait, hold on. Can we go all the way back? Could you go all the way back to how do you get a Robinhood account? Like how do you so assuming that we're novices, we don't know anything about anything, how would I go about getting a Robinhood account?
Thanks, Mary.
You would, go to robinhood.com. It's asking for some personal information, your social, your address, tax ID forms and things like that, just to know, your income basically. Once you make the account, it takes like 2-3 days for them to approve you and make sure everything's clear. Then you come to this page right here.
Okay. So this is a page. Is this a page you come into when you first log in or sign in?
Yes, when you first log in, it's the first page you see.
Okay.
So with this, it just shows you, like if you go down, it shows you what's going on, around. It shows you some of the stocks, that are, top movers and things like that. You can see all of that. Then where is it? There is a. They actually have, I advise against, they actually have a card they give out, which I advise against because, once you have a card, you want to spend it. But like I said, stocks is for you to save money, not spend it. On the side here, it has like stocks that you've like recently looked up, so you can see how they're doing. Actually, let me see if I can find some penny stocks on here for you.
So how do we know which ones are penny stocks and how to look for them?
Okay, so with me, how I got started with penny stocks is I don't know if you guys ever watched Saved by the Bell. When you yes, love that show.
Of course.
I tried to watch like masculine movies and stuff.
Saved by the Bell.
It showed me how I should be in high school.
Yeah.
No, do you even know what Saved by the Bell is?
Yes.
He Because no, I obviously need to school my husband because he just embarrassed me.
They got they actually started a new one with their kids. Correct.
Seriously?
No, okay.
Yeah,
First of all, no, we don't all watch chick flicks. Now, please
it's not
proceed.
a chick flick, but you straight up just embarrassed me in front of the entire world. Like,
it's a
people who
manly
want
show,
to watch this,
like
they're gonna be like, he doesn't know what Saved by the Bell is.
Wow.
Continue,
I used to wake up in the morning before school just to watch.
Yes, it was the show. Like, you're getting ready for school and you turn on the TV and you watch Saved by the Bell. Like,
the thing about it is, like, you agree with me. This makes me feel kind of old. You know what I'm saying? Now, you agree with me, and I feel kind of old. Like you say, yeah, I was getting that for school too. You know, now I feel like I'm kind of.
You realize we're not that far apart.
It's okay.
You realize,
Somebody
right?
Stop.
Don't cover me. I will jump through this screen.
We're trying to make money here. Come on.
Okay, let's make money.
So with Robinhood, I started off, like I said, with this person on Twitter. His name is Zach Morris on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So he just like drops a lot of, penny stocks, a lot of it, just out of nowhere. So I started just looking into it, I started buying the ones he would say, and then he'll be like, "Oh, look out for this," and I'll buy it, and I'll wake up the next morning, it's gone up like 4 or 5 cents. So I'm like, okay, and also this basically stock Twitter. It's called Stock Twiz. I don't know if you can see it.
Yes.
We'll put a link to it in the description.
It's called Stock Twiz. It mostly tells you about penny stocks. Things like that, people are, they're letting you know what's going on in the stock world, in the penny stock world, kind of. So this is what it relatively looks like. Yeah. Unless you guys can go to the top. Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. So how do you find penny stocks and would you mind walking us through that process?
Find penny stocks. You go into how do you find pennies? I'm trying to figure out a good way to put it. Like I said, I went through Zach and I started looking up my own.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you look up your own?
Google.
Okay. What do you Google?
Penny stocks.
Would you mind showing us real quick?
Okay. Well, I'll put affordable penny stocks and put that. Go there. So, like I said, it will bring you to, like, as you can see, my tab is already open. It bring you to Webull, which is one of the more complicated sites that I will show you guys later. The definition of what penny stocks are. So, I guess once you click on one of the links, it'll literally just pull up, some of the penny stocks. Let me just go to it right here. I don't know if you put it in here, if it'll show up. I've never tried it, but you're both learning. Let's figure it out. No, it will not. Okay.
It was like,
I literally
no,
I go on my stock.
So basically, I was gonna say, so basically the way that you found a lot of your penny stocks is through StockWits, and like you say, you used to follow Zach Morris, and then also from word of mouth. So those are some of the ways. So if anyone's interested in looking up penny stocks, they can definitely start here at the stock Twitter.
Yeah, at the stock Twitter, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. It literally has like all these little names are all like penny stocks of what's going on.
Yeah.
And you may not notice, but like big companies, for example, big companies get their products from smaller companies. That's what also raises up their stocks.
Mm-hmm.
Earlier this summer,
it's a whole thing about supply chain, right? I think it's a thing that you were saying earlier, that the bigger companies who rely on smaller companies to supply them things could then turn around and acquire those smaller companies that would then drive the stock price.
That's exactly how it works.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how it works. I don't know if you noticed the drones that Amazon are bringing on, they bought it from a smaller company. That smaller company, they were selling their stocks at, I think, 0.6 something cents. They made an announcement that day. It went up to like $1. That day was like $1.50 and things like that. So that's how people really make their money off penny stocks is when those little companies partner with big companies.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So would you mind? So let's just say you're at the stockwiz.net website, then you select one. You then copy the
name.
Yeah. So how do you go from there to Robinhood and in the process?
You go from there, Robinhood. You put it in. I'll show you this one right here.
Okay.
Where is it? UAVF. It's not really. Let me give you an actual penny stock. This is $2. It's a penny stock, but it's not really a penny stock. So let me find you a penny stock that I was looking at for somebody. Okay. Tough build. It's at 0.5. Just went up. So I always go back about a month or 3 at most, to gauge where they were and what they are now, why it's going up, why it's going down. In September, it was at 66 cents. So I'll not go and see, okay, like, is it moving up? Like, it went up to 8, went back down. So it's fluctuating. Last year, they were at 8 steadily, 6, and then Corona hit. I think it was like about like right here. Corona hit. See, they were at $1.
Yeah, that was March.
Corona hit, they went down to a couple of cents. But I did some research and found out that they're actually launching something December 7th. So as soon as December 7th hit, there was a spike.
So okay, hold on. So let's go back. Let's backdrop. Let's back up to when Corona hit.
But Corona affected a lot of companies. So
yeah. Okay. So
February.
So it was around March. Between March 16th.
Shutdown.
Yeah, between 16th and 18th or so was when everything plummeted, right?
Yeah.
And so from there, they've not really gone back up to where they used to be before.
No, it hasn't gone up. I think the most it was at was January, $80. It hasn't really hit its peak since then. It's been going down to cents. So it's now at 0 point something.
Okay. So how did you do the research? Would you mind showing us real quick? And I know we're trying to condense a lot of information into into less than an hour, but then how would you go about, let's just say this is a typical company, how would you go about doing research of, say, Tough Built?
So the thing about Robinhood is that I like, it gives you history. It lets you know what's going on, gives you what kind of company it is. So what I usually do is I would copy the name of the company. I'd copy the name of the company just to see if they have anything. Like I said before, if you're listening, I put in to make sure to see if they have any press, like we've made an announcement, something is dropping. Once we've made an announcement, the day they make that announcement, something is dropping. So I put Tough Build and I'll put update. First thing that comes up is press release. So I already know, like, okay, something's coming up. It's gonna start going up gradually. And December 7th, made an announcement December 7th, made one November 9th. So look at that, one with Amazon December 4th.
Nice.
So if you go back to Robinhood is the easiest platform to check these things. So if you go back, let's say like a month. So you see, that's when it started hitting the 0.8. It was after the date of the Amazon thing of November.
Announcement, yeah.
Yeah. So after that announcement, it started going up because it was at 0.7, 0.6. So after that, it went up to 0.8. Fluctuating between 8.88. I myself, just saying it's probably gonna reach back to $1 in like January. Because they're making their announcements for their next term, which the next term starts next year.
Yeah.
So right now it's at 0.8, 0.7, 0.8. So it's fluctuating right now because they're trying to do so many things at once.
So when you get to, where could you show us real quick the impact that that announcement had? So
the latest announcement was, if I get it right, was on December 7th. So you see the jump right here on exactly December 7th at 10 a.m. There was a jump to 0.88.
Okay.
On that day, they made the announcement. Now, I don't know what happened after the announcement. Maybe whatever it is they made wasn't it.
It was like,
maybe wasn't it, but it started going back down. That's what I'm telling you. So with penny stocks, it's you have to be vigilant. You have to watch and know what you're doing. You know, to me, the quote unquote signal is when they make a press release that day. No matter, even if they're saying, "Oh, we are making tissue paper," it's gonna go up. Just because they came out in public, people are like, "Oh, they're about to make something. Let's buy it."
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think like something that you said and like you've shown and proven is the importance of doing your research. Because I feel like a lot of people are like, okay, they're like, where do I start? And then from there, they're like, okay, then how do I know that I'm putting into a good stock? And I mean, the truth is you don't. It is a risk that you're taking. However, you do your research before you put your foot forward. And I think that you've really just proven this here. So like how much time would you say that you actually put into doing research before you go and buy into a company?
I would say I put in a good bit of, a good bit of time just to, make sure
like an hour, 30 minutes.
For beginners, I would say you do your extensive research for like a good 30, 45 minutes.
Okay.
On different sites and
so that's expensive, 30 minutes.
Yeah, on reading on like, okay, what this company was doing before or they dropped so domestically and what they're doing after, what they plan to do after.
Right.
Then you would know, okay, this you can envision, oh, this is gonna go up at least a little bit. Let me buy it now.
Okay. All right. So let's run through, because I really want us to show at least two platforms. And Robinhood is free. I believe the other one that you're going to show us is free as well, right?
Yes, Robinhood and Google are both free.
Okay, so can we run through Robinhood real quick so you can see what the buying process is like, and then we'll get on the other platform and just walk over it real quick.
Robinhood is easy. Actually, to me, Robinhood is like for beginners. It's the most easiest platform. Shows you everything that you need to see. Like this is the main account. So. But the thing about Robinhood is if you don't have like, okay, let's say you want to buy a stock. You buy a stock, but they won't take the money out of your account until like 2 days later. So if you spent that money, they're gonna restrict your account for 24 hours. Like you can't use the account because now you've tried to buy something and you didn't have the money in there
to cover it.
So now they're gonna restrict it. So to me, for beginners, Robinhood is the best everything. It shows you, all the it shows you, I think like 5 years back of everything. Now the other trading website, Webull, that one is a little
on the complicated side.
Yeah, it's on the complicated side. So let's take a look at it. So this is Webull.
It's already a lot for me.
Yeah, it is Webull. So it's the same thing, but all in one place. Like you see this all at once, which it would like scare some people off.
Yeah.
And and the graphs here are different. It doesn't really I don't want to say the word like make it a little bit, but it doesn't really like make it understandable to people who are just starting out.
Okay. Like, so basically for beginners, the advice is start with Robinhood, get your feet wet, understand what's going on, read the news, get an update, and then graduate and progress into different platforms.
Yeah.
And when you start a Robinhood account, don't they give you like $5 now?
No, they give you $5 if you use my code.
Or you use my code.
We get $5. So that's already helping you. That's a penny stock right there. You know, you take that and you spend what, 4 out of the $5 on like 2 different stocks.
Yeah.
Wait and see. You know, you made your money back depending on what it is you get.
Yeah.
Okay, let's in the interest of time, let's run through. Could you finish the process of? So we're going to put the link to Robinhood. We're going to put the link to Webull. We're going to put the link to the StockWiz. So all the platforms that we've looked at. We'll put the link to Google. So all the platforms that we've looked at, we'll put the links. And then, would you mind walking us through real quick the process of actually buying the first stock? So the first stock that you would buy, how would you go about completing that transaction in Robinhood? And just wrap up and
what is it? Somebody's account. So let me see. It's only got 19 cents buying power.
Don't actually go through the entire process. Just like
don't actually buy it. Just walk us through.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, you could buy it too. You guys.
Oh, there's no money there. Here's one. So it's a biopharmacy place. So you go to it, you know, read about it, learn about it. Oh, I cannot see. Okay, this is a better stock. 0.3.
How did you make that determination? Like, how did you say that this is a better stock? What? Are we just looking at? We're looking at anything other than the price of it?
Well, at that instant, I really I was looking at this earnings graph of the other one, and I didn't really see it really matching up like this. Like this was here. This is at $3.55. I don't know if you can see that $3.55. It went down to 0.89. So in my brain, I know it's gonna go back to where it was, sooner or later. You know, this is all like pandemic. This is all whatever is going on in society at the time. You know, all of this, everything. So.
Okay. So say you've done your research and you want to buy this, how do you go about it? What happens now?
Well, I don't know why it's not showing me that option here. Oh, because it's one of those accounts where you try to buy something but you didn't have enough in the account, so it restricted you for 24 hours. But it would usually have something like right about here, where it would say how many do you want to buy. You know, so you put like 3, 4, or 5. You know, it would do the math and everything for you. You know, but like every stock site, stocks are from 9:30 a.m. to 5. So anything you want to buy after that, you bought it, but it's not going to process until the next
day.
So is that Eastern? That's Eastern time, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So the also thing about it is Robinhood, like everything, is somebody trading deep inside trading for you as well. So they could reject you.
Oh, that's offensive.
Yeah, they could be like, oh, okay, no, you bought the stock at nighttime while it was down, but now it's up 0.2 cents. We can't sell it to you for what you wanted to sell it to you for.
I'm sorry, that's a little bit disrespectful. I'm offended by that.
So basically, try not to buy as much
at night
after hours.
Yeah, don't try to buy it after hours. If anything, try to buy it try to buy it before 5. You know, just so you can know if you have it or not, because you wake up the next morning thinking you bought a stock that's about to go up in the next couple of days, and you wake up in the morning to, oh, sorry, we could not fill this order.
Yeah.
Right. Wow. Okay. So basically, you can click how many you want to buy, then it populates it for you, and then do you click buy from there?
Yes.
Okay. And then
you can attach your accounts to Robinhood.
Okay.
It's very secure. It's encrypted. It's perfect. So you attach your account to it, and it just it goes from there.
Okay.
And it gives you dividends at the end of the year. It does all of that. You know, it asks you if you want to reinvest your stocks or if you just want to take it all out.
That was going to be my next question. So I know we talked about penny stocks and how, you know, you make a little bit of money. You can buy a whole bunch of stocks. You can make a lot of money. You can lose money. So would you recommend for a beginner, rather than taking that money out, to reinvest it in another stock and continue to grow their portfolio like that?
Yes, I would definitely tell you to always reinvest your dividends, because that's the only way, like, you know, you're gonna know that, okay, I'm still in this, you know.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to get to me at the end of the year and be like, oh, well, that's it, you know, got what I came for. No.
Yeah.
So I think it's a good way to kind of wrap up as well. I feel like the people that have this mysterious perception that stocks is this impossible thing to figure out, I think Robinhood makes it easy to get in. I think Webull also enables you to do that. And I think that the concept of starting with penny stocks gives you the comfort level to start messing with it, to start playing with it, and see if it's something that you're comfortable with, to then go in. We're going to do a lot more videos on different subjects when it comes to money and investment and just financial education in general. But I think this lowers the barrier of entry, like entry.
Entry.
It's
okay.
Oh my gosh.
It's okay.
Anyway, so
we're working on his English. As you all know, English is not his first language.
Yeah, whatever. So it lowers that, and it makes it affordable. So, like, how much money would you say people? What would you suggest people put in initially to start?
To start penny stocks, I would say maybe like a good 100. You know, to start your penny stocks. But before you even put into buy any stocks, make sure you do your research into the ones you want to buy. At the end of the day, it's still your preference.
Yeah.
You know, it's still your choice. So if you want to go into a bio side, like every category you could think of has penny stocks.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to go into, do your research and make sure, okay, I'm not going to lose. This is not one that's on a slope that's going straight down.
Right.
Yeah.
Do your research first. So I say $100 is a good bet. And you divide that between 4 or 5 different stocks, and you should be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. And again, this is not officially financial advice. We're not telling you to do anything in an official capacity. We are not financial advisors. Again, this is just based on our experience, what we know, what we've tried out, what we've proven to be effective. Peter is a whiz when it comes to penny stocks. So I would take his word, but I wouldn't take his word as though it were Bible. I'll do my own research. I'll still make sure that whatever decision you make at the end of the day is a conclusion that you came to by yourself, not just based on what Peter said today.
Yes. And I just want to thank everybody so much for joining us as we talked about penny stocks today. And again, I know that stocks can seem like a very scary and crazy and very risque type deal, but as it has been proven here, everything in life is a risk, and you don't have to dive just head in without doing your research and getting to know what you're diving into. And I really do hope that for those that were confused and those who were kind of curious, that this has provided you some type of insight and just kind of some foundational learning. Feel free again to go do more research about penny stocks or even just stocks in general before you get started. Again, one of the things I like to listen to is Snacks Daily on Spotify. I love it, love it, love it. I always sit there and I'll walk away I feel like I know everything. I'll be like, babe, we need to buy these stocks. But anyway, I hope that you guys have a fantastic day. And if you have not subscribed already, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and click on that bell so that you can get notifications when we drop a new video. And if you have not already, also check out newgenleaders.com and buy your new book, Package for Success.
All right. Thanks, Peter. Thank you for your time. Bye, guys.
Bye.